Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone's teeing off on you,
Yeah.
and you're already down like this,
Yeah.
do you obviously can't just try to follow each one, or you're behind a beat as well, aren't you?
I'm already.
Even though you're trying to move
I'm already
forward.
rolling a lot of the time. I don't go completely out to the side at the beginning because they can like fake one side, change like Abanico or Floro around it. Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like if I overly go down here, you're gonna change the angle anyway, or like scoop around. So I am behind it, like, but I wait till the last second to roll down a bit. But the trick is you just keep going forward to get the
going
jump.
forward. Yeah.
But at the once again, it depends on the range, because if you're not fully driving in, most people are just doing like one step and doing some attack like this. But then they like will either do another one here, or they'll do that one and step back to something safer again. Like
that gives you
the more
time.
trained people anyway.
Yeah. If they're that close, they just go.
But if you go forward, sometimes like if they've done the step forward here, you've done this, and you take a step forward on the next one, sometimes you do that, they could pick something off.
Yeah.
So like that's sometimes what they're trying to do. They're trying to trigger you to come forward as much.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, I do the blocks, and I'm more likely to actually go block it backwards. And then if you see them chase you and they take more than a step or two, I'll like do an attack first for a second.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll do this and go back because it's safer.
Yeah.
But then if like you kept going, then I'd come and meet you. And that's the game as well.
Yeah.
Because then you pretend to do that. When I go to meet you, you float back, I extend, then you actually commit to your real one.
So everyone's trying to draw them out.
It's all the Inganyo fakes and stuff.
You're trying to
It's
draw
super
them
annoying.
out, but if you don't move forward, you're going to get chopped up.
Yeah, that's it. And like my thing is, I'll go backwards pretty much until we make like some kind of forearm connection. Because like I'll occasionally go forward to see what happens. It's more I'm lining it up. But if I go forward here and you just take a step backwards, and like see how like we floated and my arm didn't get any closer to you, then I'm going to continue doing Largo stuff and coming back out again. But if as I come forward, you happen to also come forward and I feel that, now everything is forward motion. Because if I go backwards, you're likely to power through my stuff now. So if I make any type of forearm tanto, like sticky hand kind of connection, whether it's like whether it's the blade kind of tanto sticky hand or the forearm sticky hand, that to me triggers now it's forward motion. And it really helps if you already have that lean, which also floats it, which makes your defense better. That also means you've got the angle to keep falling forward. Your weight's already on that way.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like the football scrum. You're angled, so also like if you do clash into each other, if whoever's more upright, they get knocked backwards, and you just drive through them.
Okay, so you'll even do it just with a blade. I thought you'd start more if someone's cut their head, like if you're down, my hand goes through.
Oh, I'll do that.
That would be more.
But like, even if it's like sometimes I cut that.
Yeah.
And I take the step forward, but as you've done that, you take a step backwards.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go here. But even then, instead of me continuing driving, because you might if I might extend a bit and then use it against me, I'm gonna look for it and I'm going here, but I might just come back around. A lot of time, I'll stay here. And I'm not fully driving in yet, but I'm lining it up, and I'm not fully exiting so that I'm out of range. I'm almost baiting. I might even move this aside so it looks like it's there. And if you fall for it, then I get everything I want, and then I can lock it in, do circular sides or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's so reliant on what the other person does in reaction to you. And so I am disconnecting, but not fully, because I still want the opportunity to come back in and do something again. A lot of time it looks like I'm going for the quarter, and then I kind of sit in medium float, and I'll kind of float back a little to Largo, but I'm still inside the Largo and can still land. I'm not really out of range. I'm just kind of going Largo, media, quarter, back to media, quarter, back to media, Largo. So and I'm not really exiting because I'm keeping that pressure on them to make them stress out. I want them to lash out. I want them to open holes. If I could disconnect. Occasionally, like if they're just completely showing up, and I've tried a bunch of variations, and I go, I'm making them show up because I'm doing too much pressure on offense. That's when I actually will exit, and I will start doing more the drunken blade. I'm going to start going really wide and showing big windows, and I'm going to be doing shorter strikes and not pointing it at them. I want them to feel comfortable so they come back to attacking me. So all the opportunities and openings are in them attacking. Like it's really hard to actually get someone that's just fully shelled up, especially if they got training. You know, okay, this is annoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you want to drive in, but if you're too committed in driving in, you'll get done.
I keep lining it up, but not committing to it.
Yeah, it's sort of you're driving in, but not fully committed.
It's more if they take a step at the same time and they didn't expect it. So I've intentionally stepped in and rolled out with the intention that if I can, I'll bump and continue. And every time if I continue, I'm going to cut like more narrow and deeper each time.
Yeah.
But if I a lot of time when I do that, the opponent just happen to be stepping, and mid-step, I see them go, oh, because the distance just changed dramatically. It's not just one. They were expecting us to do the float thing again, and then all of a sudden it was bang, and we're in close. But the problem is that if they run backwards, sometimes you can't always get them. So that's really good just to get a Largo bait, because you can do that pressure, startle them, and then they'll latch out, and then you just get a clean counter half the time. That's probably like the most, I don't want to say like the most basic of the like Enganyos or feints and fakes, but I feel like it's like distance is the main thing at the beginning. Timing's a bit harder, that you're kind of using, like everything has timing in it, but you're pretty essentially just coming in, baiting with the distance, then resetting, and it's just the basic like elastico and Bogado kind of stuff. And I think that's like the beginning part. Like it's still one of the main bases of Ilustrisimo. But it's one of the first things we teach for it. Just interesting. That dry, and that's the other thing though. It makes people have to fully extend, and then it makes them want to chase, and then it makes them want to take steps to follow. And now they're doing full extensions and following. Now all this tight two-handed dos manos stuff completely counters a fully extended person. So at the beginning, if they're tighter because they're worried, they might be able to react and have more defense and get a hand on it or block easier. But if you can make it every time you just keep extending them, they start fully extending. That when you do step in, now they're going to get startled by it, but they're also in a weaker position because they got one hand fully extended. Your T-Rex and closer two hands, 2 versus 1, and T-Rex versus extension. It's just interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of maths and like feeling it out, but like you built it up over so long. It's good.
Yeah. I was just under that pressure of intense when somebody's on top of you. And whether to move forward, back, you're still going to have that.
Yeah. I even as I'm thinking, I want to keep moving.
Yeah.
Because there is that weird moment where you can both kind of be here and you're looking at each other and you're going, are we entering and doing the forearm thing? Or are we going to do like these little leg close cuts? Or is it going to be the moment I come forward, you're just going to go and do some annoying little thing that I go, oh, if I just thought Largo and just floated out, I would have been safe. And like, sometimes you pause for too long and think. So I'm trying to do those, I go, what are we doing? Like as I'm rolling around, I'm always going, where's your blade in relation to my head? What's the distance? Like I'm constantly doing the measuring. And then like, the timing is the next part. Measurement and timing is the main things. Super interesting. All right. Hope that answered your question.
Yes. No, it did. I know. There's a lot in it.
Yeah. There's a lot of variations and stuff as well. And then the way some people execute things is slightly different. Some things are set in stone, and then other things you can customize a bit. In the middle so much.
Bit.
Nice. The tiniest.
I got one more bait and then I saw your foot moving.
The tiniest of white, and I was like, I can get this. But you were baiting though, Keirle, just right on the edge of range.
Yeah, I think it was another risk.
I think it's if you didn't do the step, you would have had the timing for it. But I think as you stepped, you went to the edge of my range.
I went in.
And I went, if I step, I can time it.
I actually felt a bit flat-footed when I did it.
Yeah, I think you always did it as if you were going to go bang.
Yeah, but it was too late.
Where if instead you were like floating, your head would have rolled.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think I saw you go roll, and then kind of a little flatter.
That's it, yeah. Okay, good.
Once again though, it's just it's timing measurement.
Yeah. As far as openings, and
you got the first 2 or 3 shots on me though.
Yeah, they just, once
like,
again...
I went for your hand, but you, once again, I've done like horns of the ball, got an X like off the line, and say off the lock. But as you've done this one, I think you've done it with your foot. So when you retract your body with the hand, it doubles the speed. So I think I actually started mine first. I think you hit my hand on the way up as I came down first.
Right.
It's just interesting.
A lot of it just felt passive.
Yeah.
You know, once an there's a shot.
Yeah. But I'm still occasionally stepping, going, how's it here? And if you're in the middle or going forward, I'll keep pressing in. But if you're floating around, then I float as well. And it's good testing it, but not forcing it.
You felt the opening zone? Like, you know how there wasn't the opening
I'm seeing green lights, and then some are real and some are fake.
Okay,
it's
that's
good.
amazing. You're seeing go.
And there's times where I felt like you were controlling me. And I had to separate and do something because I was like, oh no, like. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, all right.
It's interesting. Neither of us got hit though.
Yeah. A
little bit. Oh, that's the place.
I won't rely on that all the time.
I know, so you got my top finger.
Yeah, it's a circle.
I didn't have it on my ribs. It was just there, like mid forearm for a sec. But as we circled, that's still sticking out. If this was here, that would have missed.
Yeah.
Such a subtle difference. I'm really thinking fingertips. I want my fingertips on my ribs, not my arm. That's it. Like, it doesn't look like a lot, but that's a whole hand. And like you just took my top finger off when it was there. So if this was here, it wouldn't have even hit me.
No.
Like, it's a real
sort of as we get closer, like you said, you tighten up.
Yeah.
So that brings everything.
I'm bringing it higher, like even then I'm like going fingers and I'm thinking on my side, but then it becomes more my armpit. I want to be able to scratch like my chin up here. It really feels higher, doesn't it?
Well, once again, if you're pointing and leaning, it doesn't, it sort of automatically
does. If you do like a speed assist, you're going to be pulling it back.
Yeah.
Like loading it like a spring. Ideally not with that pointer, just more down. But once again, that can feel more like that, but when you're pointing, it really makes you suck it in a bit more.
Because it feels more natural now that we're doing the pointing.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when I was trying to bring it back as we're moving.
When this is like up, it didn't feel
right. I'm going, this feels wrong.
But I think that was less the positioning of this and more our posture.
Yeah. But now we're looking under it and pointing. That just feels natural.
Interesting. Ooh, sweating it up.
Yep.
No, you're all good.
said, I've got to come. Once again, I was flat-footed,
Yeah.
but I thought I need to drive in a bit
I
more.
think you grazed me,
But my head
I
wasn't.
think as it's gone through, I think it's just grazed my glove.
My head wasn't under.
Yeah.
I thought I'll start coming in, but I was here, and that there.
Yeah, I was retracting and then it was there. I kind of just punched it in.
So I should have, if I was here, I would have been right.
I still need to, even though I started that as like a 1 or a 2, like that punch,
push.
I
Yeah.
still need to turn it into a 5 and flare it out.
Yeah, because if I had have,
yeah,
if I'd have done something properly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it gets our head and everything, head, hand, body, all just floats out.
Yeah.
Left wrist.
It was a double pump.
Yeah. The second one, you came up more vertical.
Yeah, I was here.
You were like diagonal, and then that was more vertical, and I was like, I wouldn't smash.
I can always feel when I'm not behind. I'm like under that.
That's subtle though.
Yeah.
And that other one you did went right through my tendons on all my tendons on my left. I did that flare up again.
Oh yeah.
And it
that
just gone
came
bang
through
through it.
there.
I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Just I'm going open.
I was just thinking, I'm like, he's below the waist. I can go for this.
Yeah, good.
I reckon just drop it like here.
Yeah,
if you're
I
like
was trying to.
because then it's just wrist and body.
Yeah, it was too far.
When you went down to waist, your hand was at waist, but then the tip went a bit lower.
Yeah.
And I went, you're going to have to bring
A beat
everything up.
behind. Yep, definitely.
Probably only even half a beat, but it's a
It's
just
enough.
If I'm right on the edge, it's enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if I do some kind of like Superman, like
Yeah, commitment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bit.
I think it's tiny grazes, but not really. I don't think I got you. I don't think it did.
Go get up.
I think it was just hit the flat and made a big noise. I
I felt a little bit.
Oh really? Oh, actually, it's this tiny flecky
Yeah, I
yellow.
felt a little bit. So.
Just on your eyebrow.
That was wrong timing.
Thank you. I was just thinking, I'm like, keep doing these speed assists.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're too ready on that side.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to do that annoying.
And I think actually started
You
coming
did,
back.
you did a backhand.
Yeah.
And as you've done the backhand, that side's just open. I'm like, I was going away. That's crazy. I fucking hate that move.
Oh, it works.
Oh, no, it works really well. That's why I hate it. He just times it on me so well.
Yeah.
Because like, it's like I'm going past here, and he leans out that way.
Yeah.
And then he goes, am I on?
Not even that.
I know I'm not getting it back in
Yeah.
time. I think the 1 or 2 times I did, I've pulled it back here and he's just gone body. He's just done the exact same thing. And I've done a really high guard roll. And he's just gone. And I'm like, or just got an elbow or something. I'm like, oh, why?
go a little bit in.
Stop going for offense for a minute.
Right.
Yeah. I've almost entirely stopped my offense and I'm just countering you now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going forward defense.
Yeah.
I'm going, okay, I'm going to move off the line and do this, but then I'm rolling and rolling. And I'm just kind of waiting and putting pressure on you and letting you lash out.
Right, okay.
And I'm kind of timing it against you.
Okay.
At the beginning, you were doing it to me a little bit, which is what made me go, oh, that's a good idea. And I did it back to you.
Okay.
Then I was like, yeah, if you just put the pressure on, I'll eventually lash out out of being uncomfortable probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I'll do it and my holes will seem bigger because I'm closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like the reaction is so much harder when they're that much closer.
Oh,
than if you're opening any holes like that.
Yeah.
Do it more with your footwork than your hand.
Yeah.
Like, I still do these, but I'm not really coming off my body as much.
Yeah, it's really...
Even when I've done this, I've regretted it and lost my fingers a few times.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it on my body. Even with this hand, I'm going bang, bang, flare, bang. It's so close. And then I'm just stepping and everything looks super aggressive, but it's really tight. Which means that once again, the gap for you to get through is really tight.
It's tight.
So the forward pressure is not as dangerous as long as the tip's forward to protect my hand and I'm moving around it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm not just diving in. There's
No,
quite a few have gone to do it, and you've just done like you've had a lot of really fast thrusts.
Yeah.
That I've been like I've almost like shifted my weight to take a step. And as I've shifted my weight, something's rocketed. And I've had to go bang, and then I'm going to take that step back and go this way instead. Because if I came to in the middle, the old rocketing stuff, in a really good way. Sometimes I could read it, sometimes I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I was just having to get out of the area and going, I can't tell if it's left or right, and just bailing.
Yeah.
Doing like something like a roof block that covers the whole area instead of having to pick left or right.
Yeah, you don't want to be
Yeah.
like Floretti.
That's it. Shake, how are we doing for time? Alright. 26 plus.
Yeah, make sure we've got time for the other two.
Yeah. Well, we're at another alarm set at 22.
Okay.
Which will give us another half an hour to do whatever.
Yeah.
So we could do another 15 on this and then do 15 on knife and 15 on katana.
Yeah, that's actually.
Or we could even just do 5 on this and do like 20 on each or something. We can figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. Well, my helmet's dripping. Actually, we could even slow it down a bit if you want. You could even do a couple of practice ones in this range because it'll probably make you feel more comfortable here. Because once you're comfortable here, you won't be as uncomfortable. You won't be like bouncing out as much. It doesn't look like you're running away, but it looks like you're not staying in as much.
Okay, no, I'll just try coming in.
Yeah, easy.
So it still needs that extra. I know to get at least striking with these.
Yeah.
So I'll get to that stage.
Even if we're just going here, and we're faking and looking for these shots like our circulars and these, and then I might do like one, but I'm going to go back to this range. So once again, it's back to Largo.
Yeah.
So I'm going to test it. Because a lot of time, as I take that step, you're going to float away.
Oh,
So I'm going to get to here, and if I overly commit to it, you're going to get me with something.
Yeah,
and if my intention was to go here and back, most of the time I'm fairly safe from your return.
Yeah.
Then I can gauge how I'm going to time the next one.
Okay.
Think of them as like tester. Like range testers.
Just don't overcommit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like some opponents are just driving forward.
Yeah.
Some people are coming in so hard and so fast that you only have to do that once, or not even have to do it. I'll do it on the spot, and they're coming in, and they'll come straight to me. In which case, that full motion you've created, you've now got that. You've got the right angle to dominate them.
Yeah.
The problem is you don't want to be up here and then rush you, and then you get it surprised. But yeah.
Okay.
Even here, I say to stop doing the offense for a minute and just see if you can roll and get like step scrapes, and then occasionally come back out here, and then you can fake. Like you. Good one. I almost do a couple of football steps, see how it feels, and I'm kind of like showing a window.
Yeah.
And then showing a window.
I could come in.
Yeah. But I'm very much like it's showing the window, and it's like as I take the pivot of the I'm doing a step, and you see the window until I finish the Dorello pivot.
Yeah.
And then because of the second step, the window closes.
Yeah.
You're not waiting for it, you're just flashing it mid-step.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I want to extend workout.
Yeah.
It makes, like what you've just done makes me want to go.
Oh, okay.
And like stuff like this, but I know that's the trap because I'm doing the same thing to you. And it's been working because I've been doing it and you've lashed out and I've been able to get something. Yeah. Even if it's not the full finish, it's just you've gone past or something and then I've gone there's something. And like just like I said, it sets up the lager because you fucked with the range.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can go corner as well. That's the option. You have the option of both. It's so dependent on where they go though and what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just very wary of not getting too narrow again.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as I get down to this level, if I stay there too long, I'm following you down the tunnel.
That's what I say. I'm trying to go out to the 45, not the narrow like an entry.
Yeah.
A lot of time I am doing it as if I'm doing the cut, as if I'm doing the entry one. So I'm just doing it, going across here, and I've lined it up with the hand. If you do it a slash at my neck at the same time, that keeps happening, and I'm already rolling. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
See, once again, I was like, oh, I'll just do a random attack to set something up. Yeah. But if you're just thinking forward and defense, that keeps happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying. Proves the point though, doesn't
it?
Because I was just cutting you up and all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, you just took my 2 middle fingers on the first shot. I'm like, oh my god.
You just try to, once again, if you don't do it with intent, you're watching them.
Do the footwork, get off the line, hold the back more. Like I fucked up about 3 or 4 things on that stroke. Okay. And once again, you're just there to capitalize.
Oh yeah, you're just doing
once again, you're not putting yourself out, but you're lining it up.
Yeah.
If you just constantly line it up, they'll make a mistake.
Well, I probably extended a couple of minutes, but not a lot. I wasn't over.
Yeah, I feel like just playing the patience game and waiting for them to make a mistake is going to work on most people.
Yeah.
It's only against the higher rank Ilustrisimo people like Ray and John and Tavallo and a few of those guys that you're going to have to try and force a mistake on them. Yeah. And that's with the forward pressure. Yeah. But even against them, I'm still going to do it like a safer version.
Well, yeah, you don't want to walk in.
Because you have to get your own timing down and check your own defense off. You don't want to just wander in and get assassinated.
You don't want to go, I'm just going to pressure them into my mistake. It's like,
there's a lot of snipers in our group.
Putting it out too soon.
That's what I mean. I'm like, that's all it felt like with me. I'm like, I feel like I just did one move and you didn't even move. You just went and didn't even care. And that's because once again we were just doing that. I'm like lining it up, lining it up, lining it up, lining it up. And if you just extend, you've just put your hand into it.
That's good.
Yeah. I'll do a few more and switch the knife.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, also the way you extended, I felt I needed to get back.
Yeah.
I felt I was too low, too long.
I went here and turned, but I was still tight and I was actually quite close. Yeah. So that I could extend through.
Yeah, I would have, in my head, I'd go, this is too close, get back.
I almost did it, like, you know how we extend the range on these?
Yeah.
I've kind of kicked out. And
yeah, once you got up to that height, I felt like I need to get back.
Yeah, fair.
Because I was just too much of this, and you can just...
This is really good if we clash into each other.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you see someone do this.
Yeah, if
and you realise how many options of angles they have.
Yeah, just a bit.
They got a lot of power loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, they're stationary and vulnerable themselves.
Oh, they can swing it up.
I'd rather deal with their thing first.
Yeah.
Than try to time some matrix dodge.
Yeah, and then it's going to whip.
If you've got the angle and timing to do it, like usually I don't want a certain distance and I'd rather control it. And then you could do something like a backside thrust.
Well, I felt I needed to make you think about something.
Yeah.
Where it's just standing there.
I'd rather think of like Estrellas and Plumas in that situation and go, I'm going to roll defense.
Yeah.
And if they really power into anything, then I can go bang, bang, and then unwind into whatever I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I was just doing combat hand around.
I was thinking I could just move in now.
You did two, and then the second one kind of startled me, and I was like, it's not a bad idea. Like, it was like, yeah.
No, that was good.
But I don't want to just do the same angle.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do like combat hand around, and fly like that to that, or that to that, or like
you need to fold up
the corners of the triangle.
I agree. If you're just doing singles, it's too easy to come back.
Well, like, unless I use the second one as a bait, I've been kind of doing that with bobletties.
Yeah.
Where like, I'll do like one, and then they go for that, and do like an X, like bobletty X.
Hey, brother. Brought an umbrella to a gunfight.
Okay.
Knife fight, sorry, knife fight.
Yeah, we'll try.
The other one is circular side, like going here, and then turning the side into an go.
Yeah.
Because like that angle's not that good down there, and it's very predictable with what we do already because we're just used to seeing that there.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people square up to it. Yeah. So if you go to block that, and I turn, I can power through a lot of the time if they move their head too deep.
A lot of my circulars, I'm coming straight back into a speed assist.
Yeah.
Because for a while I was doing that here for a second, and you'd all of a sudden...
Well, if I knew every time you did a circular that it wasn't going to come back up, I'd just dodge and time it. Yeah. So I think that's why they do the circular by itself as number 3, and then 4 is circular plus side. Right. So like that, they do, I think a lot of time, like Ray does these little speed assists.
Yeah.
Like flick thing, and it comes straight back, and then it's not hard to add it.
Yeah, when you're ready. Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, these things are quick.
Yeah.
Just the trick is, once again, don't go below, don't flare behind.
And don't leave it there.
Yeah. Like you can as a bait.
A bit.
But like once again,
you've got to be moving.
I'd only do this and then some kind of movement, and even then, I'm thinking about the spine deflection.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to try and time that with the movement.
Yeah.
And then come back in, like, and once again, like, I was actually expecting the other angle. So I'm like, because I was like, like you do the back end. I was like this to that, because I get like knock it upwards. But like once again, if you preempt it too much, like it messes you up.
Yeah.
So once again, that's why you hold it back to actually read what's going on. Because like I was thinking this side, but you did that one. So it wasn't that hard for me to just take a half step back and just go keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
But try out knife.
Yeah, we'll do knife.
Cheers, man. Absolutely dripping.
That's good.